it's sort of like I kind of like need help with things. Like sometimes they'll kind of read it out to me, like tests and stuff like that. Yeah, so they come into classrooms. They come into my classes, and they set up these tutorials on days, and we come in for like maybe 2 or 3 hours, and we kind of do the homework, and they set us up on the computer. It's terrific how they do it. So I'm glad they're doing it. So it teaches about sports and recreation. And also, placement. You get to go to a placement, like an actual job, sort of. I do mine at the Legend Center. I work with children, and I also do other stuff, drop-in basketball. Kids will sign in. They'll have to come in and sign in on this sheet, and they'll have to, go around, make sure they, sign in and stuff. I actually want to get into acting after I'm done college. It's always been a dream of mine to, be an actor. Ever since I was 7, I would always, watch movies and TV, and I said, maybe one of these days I'll become an actor. So I know it's, pretty hard, but I just don't want to give up. Why I want to be a celebrity is because, for disability kids, I can really help out with charities and maybe support other, disabled kids and tell them, you should always follow your dream and never kind of give up on it, and never let anybody else tell you that you can't do it, because you can do it. Even though that you're disabled, if you got special needs, or if you're in a wheelchair, you can do it. Yeah, I got help in high school, and it really, all the kids kind of like look at you thinking, oh, this guy's different, right? But then there was like always these kids that, they come up and say, I know it kind of sucks to be different, and I guess it does, but growing up, I didn't really have that much friends. I did have like a few friends in high school, so I had my brother's friends that I kind of hang out with, because they kind of know me, and I kind of like hanging out with them because they just kind of get me. Growing up, me and him would we would hang out all the time. We would do things. Even though he had his friends over, he let me hang out with them. Usually when I didn't get invited to parties, he would always take me along with him, and he'd always cheer me up in the end. My biggest challenge is I've got a bit of anti-anxiety, so sometimes it can really take its toll on you, and I'll be like, one day I'll feel like really like down, and the next moment I'll feel kind of great. So I first started having these feelings when I was in high school. It was my last year of high school, and I felt really like depressed at the start, because you're so new at these feelings, and I never really had them before. So I had to deal with them over time, and I came I'm really holding on to it for right now. So it's really hard to kind of go off the rails when you're on school and stuff, but eventually you kind of get back on track and stuff. So it can be like a little scary, but I guess sometimes that's just life. So.